welcome to Bonita's Kitchen. What I'm going to be making for you today is traditional Newfoundland Bologna Stew, which is known as bologna in Newfoundland. If you ask any Newfoundlander, most Newfoundlanders would say that is a food that everybody keeps in their kitchen. So what I'm going to do is show you some of the ingredients that I'm going to be using, and then we'll discuss how it's made. We're going to be using turnip, carrot, celery, potato, onion, ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, pepper. I got it cut here in chunks, and you want to have it nice chunks because we're making a stew. And the bologna is in nice chunks. So what I'm going to do now is take my bologna and the onion over to the stove to start the frying process. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add a tablespoonful of butter. I've got my pan already preheated, and just a little swirl of olive oil. So let's just get that melted in the pan. We'll grab our onion first. So a medium onion. Pop it into the pan, start that on a golden brown. Then when it starts to tenderize, then we're going to add in our bologna. Just give us a couple of seconds. So again, just don't have it too high of heat, but you'll need it medium. And then what we're planning on doing here, we're trying to get a golden brown. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add in a half a teaspoonful of pepper. It's starting to tenderize there now. And I'm going to grab my bologna. So this is about 2 cups. Of course, you can have as much or less as you want. For this recipe, I got 2 cups. Piece dropped off to the side. So our plan right here is to keep stirring it and not let it set to burn, and let it go golden brown. As you can see, that looks nice already, and we haven't done anything yet. Smells amazing in there, and this is starting to go really good. I'm going to add my vegetables now to my boiler. I'm going to put another little, probably just a pinch of olive oil. You don't have to use olive oil, you can use any olive oil, any oil to do this. I'm going to add my vegetables into this pan, and just to start the tenderizing process on it, once the bologna is done, we're going to add it to the boiler as well, and then top it with water, and that'll make the stew. Okay, this is starting to get golden brown, as you can see. You know, it's funny thing about this bologna stew, I was at a friend's house just a few days ago, and she was making it as her supper. And she said this is a meal that her family enjoys quite often. It's almost like a comfort food, an old traditional meal. So it's coming along nice. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, and then I'm going to, then I'm going to add the ketchup and the Worcestershire sauce to this pan to help incorporate all the flavors. An amazing smell in this kitchen today. I got a lot of sizzling going on too, so hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. I'm really just caramelizing the vegetables on this side. You don't necessarily have to do it, but I just like the flavors that it makes when it's a little bit fried. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it looks like right now my bologna and onion is golden brown, so I'm going to add 4 tablespoonfuls of ketchup. And I will have all this recipe on my Facebook page so that you will see it. 2 tablespoonfuls of Worcestershire sauce. I'm not going to be using any salt. Worcestershire sauce, your ketchup got salt in it, and also your bologna got, I would say, a fair amount of salt, but you can also you know, you can get different bolognas that got less salt. So I'll let you decide which one that would be for your flavor. So as that's cooking there together, what we're going to do, give it a couple of minutes. I'm going to take it, put it over into my boiler, and then we're going to top it with water just above the vegetables. Not too much water, because we don't want to take the flavors off. And then we're going to let it steam for a little bit in that boiler. Okay, now I'm going to transfer my bologna and caramelized onion over into my boiler. So I'll show you now in a second. I'm going to take all of it, put it in there, and what I'm going to do, quickly add a little bit of water to my frying pan, because I want all of the little, I guess, little bits that was left on the pan, and that's flavor, of course, and add that to my boiler. And now remember, I had said that we need to top up the boiler with water only till it's just a little over the top, and I'll show you that now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mix this here together, and now I'm going to top it with some more water just until it's a little. That's enough. Yeah, you don't need any more than that. As you can see, it's just to the top. What we're going to do now is let this simmer until the vegetables start to get tender. Okay, so I'm going to just give it a little stir before I put the lid on it. Again, you can add whatever other flavors that you want to add to this pot. I mean, you can have it as your taste. This is the traditional way of making it. I'm opting out on the salt because I feel that there's enough salt in it. So now I'm going to put the lid on it, let it simmer until the vegetables start to get tenderized, and then we'll just test the flavors. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to check the pot here now. It's been about 20 minutes cooking. Starting to tenderize a little. I'm thinking another 10 minutes. It'll be perfect. But if it's something that you don't want to fuss with, you don't have time, you need to have a meal for your family, start it in the morning, frying your bologna and your onion, and then put it into your slow cooker and leave it there for the day on low heat. When you get home, this would be amazing. But like you said, if you got time after work just to put it on and cook it while you're doing other things, then you can do it this way. All right, so we'll give it another 10 minutes and meet me back here. Okay, so let me just check it. And I think it's ready now for me to scoop up a nice helping of this amazing bologna stew. Okay, now it's time to eat. This is our bologna stew, traditional Newfoundland bologna stew. It's got nice early helpings, tenderized. Again, tested for flavor. To me, that's delicious. You can add more salt, pepper. I like to serve it with a nice helping of homemade bread or a bread roll, so you can dip your bread into the juice to soak up all those flavors. Thank you for joining me again for Bonita's Kitchen. Stay tuned for more of beautiful, delicious, traditional Newfoundland cooking. Have a nice day.